Hi, everybody. I'm back for edition part 3 of songs for the Keirsey temperament quads. So quickly, because I'm very happy that some people have decided to play with me. Some of my subscribers have been putting up some of their musical picks that are representative of something about an MBTI type or about the Keirsey quads. And I'm just so happy about it. I'm so happy about it, and I'm having so much fun, so I just couldn't resist doing another one. To those of you who are rolling your eyes and hating this exercise, let me tell you that I promise the next couple of videos I make will be MBTI substantial. All right. But I just have to do one more. So, and before I do, I also want to say that beyond thank you very much to the subscribers who've been participating and putting me on to some terrific new music. Thank you so much. Just love it. And also I wanted to say, I neglected to say in the yesterday's episode, thank you to my buddy Martin, who was the one and only to put up a bunch of picks, one for each of the Keirsey temperament types, and in the first edition, and it was good music and really thoughtful choices, and just great. So thank you, Martin. Okay, so for today's edition, I'm going to start with one that goes out to the SP Artisans. And I had to write this all down because there are a lot of cooks in the kitchen for this song, but it turned out great. So sometimes these things happen. All right, let me get this straight. The bass for this song is from Macy Gray's 1999 album, The Way Life Is, and the song is I've Committed Murder. And this is DJ Premier's remix of, I think, Gang Starr's remix featuring Mos Def. And of course, Macy Gray, as you know, that's her song underneath it. So this is just why did I pick this for the SPs? Well, what an it's got murder and mayhem and running around and doing right by your friends and being loyal and daring and brave and outrageous and liking the finer things of life and being down to earth about what material needs there are that must be taken care of one way or another, and just the story that the song tells. It's a very exciting story. It's maybe a little on the amoral side. It's whatever. There's murder in it, but anyway, it's catchy as hell, and yeah, it's got a very concrete excitement orientation to it. So I thought that was just a great thing for the SP quad to choose. So as usual, I'm going to put the links for all these songs I'm going to mention. I'll put links for the videos for the music in the description box so that you can go and listen to them if you want to. Have a look. All right, next up, this one is for the NF Idealist temperament. And it's an oldie but a goodie from the unbelievable hip-hop star Immortal Technique. Mortal Technique is an absolute genius. I mean, just hands down, the stuff that comes out of this guy's head and out of his mouth, and very spontaneously. Really, he can really rap with the best of them. And this song that I've chosen of his is called "Caught in a Hustle." And the reason I'm assigning it to the NF Idealist quad is because it's rife with idealism. The stories he's telling, rapid fire in this, that he's alluding to, are very, very, he's got a very, very, very big, there's no question as he's an end. There's just no question. It's quite visionary. It's very big picture thinking behind his lyrics. There's real a heartfelt you can tell that he feels a lot of things, and it's coming across in the way he's telling the story. what he's moved by and angered by and so on and inspired by. And he also, another thing making it NF too is it's got some really wacky mystical shit in there too. So not to say that all the NFs are into that, but let's just say that when I look, when I check out my subscribers' channel subscriptions, and there's a whole lot of stuff about astrology or astral planes or whatever, I'm like, okay, that's an NF. Like, pretty much. If there's like that and art, something really artistic, I'm like, okay, well, that's clearly an NF. So anyway, so there's a bit of that in that song. Now, number 3, this goes out to the NT Rationals, and the song is Mouse on Mars's. Could have said that better. They Know Your Name. And I don't mean to stereotype the Rationals in this way with all this robot music that I'm putting up lately. However, the reason why I like this so much, I feel it is suitable, is because it's a very... Okay, first of all, I'll say this about it. Usually I really hate music videos, like official release music videos that go with songs. I try not to even look at them because they just usually make me sick, and they're annoying and stupid, and it actually takes away from my enjoyment of the music. So I generally try not to see them. But it so happens that the official video for the song is just seamless with the whole concept, and it's very clever. It's a very clever, very simple. It's probably the cheapest video ever made, that's professionally done, produced. And it's absolutely a perfect analog for what the song is about. And the song is kind of, it's an NT's idealistic take a little bit, right? So it's not really kind of in your face and passionate and pushing you to do this or that, but it's more like a commentary on surveillance. And, like a very simple one, but nonetheless. And it's just a banging, electronic dance song too. So I love it. And you'll see what I mean. They're using actual, well, you'll see. Just look at the video. You'll see. It'll all make sense what I'm saying about why I assign it to the NTs. And it's kind of cold. And it's quite like the video footage is literally clinical. Like it's literally clinical. So I just thought that was terrific for this theme. And then last, I have for the SJ Guardian temperament, I selected it's Antonio Vivaldi's The Four Seasons, and it's played here with lead violinist Julia Fisher. And I picked that because, it's beautiful music. I love it also. And it's got this sort of the like this sort of, because in case you haven't caught on yet, I don't know anything about music. Okay. Sorry, guys. I know nothing at all, to speak intelligently about it. I'm just giving my goofy impressions of things. But anyway, I chose this piece because for a few reasons. It's beautiful and I like it because it's in our days it has its persona. The music, this piece's persona is of the utmost respectability, and you're very likely to be hearing this music in your next time you're waiting to have a dental checkup. You're very likely to be hearing this in the waiting room. Okay. And it's one of those things. It's one of those things that's so mainstream accepted that you can't say anything bad about this. You can't go, oh, Vivaldi sucks. Four Seasons sucks. That's not really allowed. And it's just got this sort of tidy, measured. I don't know. It's got a very brisk pace to it, and I feel like it's very good to dust to. It's very good to get things done to. This music, among other things. And also because, to be really obvious, but whatever. It's about the four seasons, the passage of time, in a sense, and looking at a sort of larger picture of that. And the SJs, I think, really are, they are very obsessed with time. I don't know many SJs at all, but the older generation that I came from, on the grandparents' level, they were all SJs. So that's sort of where I get most of my SJ, and a stepmother of mine was too. But that's where I get what little information I have and perspective I have on SJs. But I have been learning more lately this year, and the SJs are very preoccupied with time. They are very preoccupied. They really are, and they are very often looking. They're looking, constantly making reference to the past as a source of sort of pleasure and reassurance and guidance as to what to do now. And what to do now for SJs is almost always about what to do in the future. They're very, very concerned about the future and about avoiding any and all disasters, no matter how unlikely they may be. I learned this, by the way, from NF Geeks with Dr. Mike, the host and founder of which, or co-founder of which, grew up completely surrounded by SJs, and including his own son, who's an ISTJ. Anyhow, he knows about SJs, and it was through his series that some of this stuff was brought to my attention, this perspective. And so that's what SJs are all about, is about being very, very worried and anxious about things going correctly in the future and avoiding any terrible disasters. And they work extremely hard, and they're very, very preoccupied with forecasting disaster and then putting enormous effort into preventing it in all of its guises, and especially particularly as concerns the material realm. And they're very, very good at it. And they really are the ones they are the glue holding society together. They are absolutely indispensable, these hardworking, dutiful people. So anyhow, the sort of time, overt, explicit sort of time orientation and the passage of time and the cycles of life inherent in this piece of music, I thought was suitable for them. So those are my picks. And just a further note about the SJs. Again, I doubt very much I have many SJs watching my videos. I'm having some trouble, more trouble getting picks for them than for the other temperaments, because their temperament, their Keirsey temperament, I find very hard to relate to, and I'm sure most of them find mine very hard to relate to. In many cases. And so if there are any SJs out there at all who are watching this, and you have a musical selection that you think really represents what your people are all about in that sense, would you please post? I would really like to get your perspective, and I could use your help with this. So that's it. That's all for today. And once again, thank you very, very much for watching and playing with me. Goodbye.